Good morning. Good morning.
The Bluetooth device is ready to pair.
Good morning. Good morning. Shout out to the YouTube streets. Shout out to the YouTube streets. This is your home girl. Alrighty. Barbosa. 914 Westchester County, New York. We coming to you with another live video. Early this morning, we want to give a shout out to the Empress Lonnie One Love for going live last night. She had two guests. She had 27 Darren. Shout out to 27 Darren. And she had Just Jay. Shout out to Just Jay. Yo, it was epic. When I seen, we're very used to seeing 27 Darren. 27 Darren, shout out to her. Shout out to her. But to see Empress Lonnie One Love and Just Jay on the same stage was epic. And this is what I'm talking about, ladies. This is what I'm talking about. Lonnie One Love, the Empress, Shalana, point of view, has been on these YouTube streets for a mighty long time. Just Jay on these YouTube streets for a mighty long time. But Just Jay recently, in the last few months, has been going live. To see those two women on the stage together was epic for me. I said I might have to go live this morning. That's what I said to myself. Because they was able to wrap it all up like the way it is. And I'm going to tell you something, ladies. The enemies are going to look at that. They might not do a reaction, but they're always fucking with Lonnie. How long have they been fucking with Lonnie? On these YouTube streets, they have not let go of their grudge against Lonnie. Lonnie didn't really do anything to him. Lonnie didn't do anything. Because I remember when not too many of us didn't have a fucking voice on this app. Lonnie had opened her doors years ago. The doors never closed. And believe it or not, I learned a lot from Lonnie. I did. Just Jay, I'm learning a lot from Just Jay. So shout out to those two young ladies on these YouTube streets. Two powerful voices. Shout out to them. Shout out to my subscribers, new and old. Shout out to you. Shout out to my support team. Shout out to the people that support this channel. Just Jay, Empress Lonnie One Love, they support this channel. They're part of my walking team, right? I believe they're part of my walking team. Yes, they are. Because they show up. They might not be available all the time, but when it's necessary, they show up. So I appreciate that. I appreciate everyone that supports this channel, my channel, the BT 1000, the original, the only BT 1000 in this fucking sector. So shout out to those that support this channel. Shout out to everyone. I'm not going to be very much longer. But as I was saying yesterday, this is like a continuation, very continuation about yesterday. And I remember mentioning briefly about the Jehovah Witness religious order. In my opinion, the Jehovah Witness is very, very similar to the Mormons. Yeah, very similar to the Church of Scientology. Both of these religious orders are actually cults. They are C-U-L-T-S. Let's say it again for the people in the back. They are C-U-L-T-S. They are cults. They operate like cults. My grandmother, she was a Jehovah's Witness for many, many years. From the age of 22 years old until the day she passed away. She was a Jehovah's Witness. She used to do a lot of Jehovah's Witness service work. That means going out into the community and meeting with your neighbors and people that lived in the community. And she used to love to talk about Jehovah all the time. She used to like to talk about Jehovah all the time. And they do not encourage women. If you're a woman, they do not encourage you. I'm talking about the Jehovah's Witness. I'm talking about that religious order that is a C-U-L-T-S, a cult. They're a cult. They've been a cult ever since the day they were founded and established. The way they run it is like a cult. Nobody should be reporting to anyone to confess their sins and then ask to be forgiven. And you can be what? Thrown out of the group. Those of your family members and friends that are Jehovah's Witnesses, they can excommunicate you, not talk with you, not deal with you, not love you, not support you as you're moving through this journey of life. I just believe that the Jehovah's Witness has no good intentions. They came to my grandmother when my grandmother was very young. My grandmother did not complete school, so she learned to read from attending the Jehovah's Witness so-called Bible studies. I never had a fear about Jehovah's Witnesses. I never had this thing where I had something against them. I never did. I was always wary of them, just like I'm wary of Mormons. I'm wary of the Church of Scientology. I'm wary of any religion that says that they are bigger than you. They mean more than you. You're not valued. If they want to stop talking to you, they can. They can take away your membership. I've never seen something quite like this in my life. And I noticed when my grandmother was living and I had went to her house for the first time after 28 years of separation from my family, from my original family, from my bloodline. I was 30 years old when I walked back into this woman's life physically. And during that time period that I knew her, I didn't know that people in the Jehovah Witness religion was telling my grandmother, well, she's not a believer, so you can't really, congregate too much with her. But she was an older lady by this time. They wasn't gonna dismember her. They wasn't gonna put her out of the group. But I believe my aunts at the time, they were like, yo, Arabia's not a Jehovah Witness. No, I'm not a Jehovah Witness. Will never be a Jehovah Witness. That is to me, to join a church for any reason. And this is my opinion. People can agree to disagree, but for me to join any religion, you better study about that religion. You better do your research about that religion. It's just like if you go out and apply for a certain job, for a certain type of employment. Let's say I want to go into waste management. Let's say I want to go into that for the next few years before I fucking retire. I better research everything on waste management. I better research everything on waste management before I enter into that field of work, because I might not be there longer than a year if I made the wrong choice. When I started doing construction labor, I didn't do any research. Basically, everything was firsthand experience. I know that certain jobs that we do go to construction sites and clean the sites. We maintain the sites. But there are also other jobs we do, because we're not just in one category. We're general laborers. So that means that I can go to a warehouse and work, that I can go to someone's restaurant kitchen and work. That means I can go to a landscaping company and work. Or I can go to an event, a coordinating company, and work with them all day, putting up tents, cleaning tents, making sure certain areas are cleared off before we start resurrecting the tents, before we construct them and resurrect them. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. We got 2 in the building, 1 like. Thank you for coming in. Good morning. We got 2 in the building, 1 like. Thank you for coming in and good morning. How are you? Shout out to you. Shout out to the chat. And there's this one particular YouTube channel. I just discovered it the other day, and it is with, now on the name for the channel, it says Ex Jehovah Witness. And in that person narrating, which is a young man, he said if he is found to be doing YouTube videos to expose the Jehovah's Witnesses, he will be excommunicated by his family members that are Jehovah's Witnesses. How can anyone tell another person who to love in their life and who not to love? Who? Why do people give another person that much power over them? Are they paying your bills? Are they putting groceries in your house? Are they fucking you? Are they doing anything for you that helps your existence? Shout out to the chat. Are they doing anything to help your fucking existence? For you to go to them, to tell them your personal business, and then they say, well, you're not forgiven, so you're going to have to be excommunicated. We will let you know when you can come back. I would never come back. I wouldn't join nothing like that. What do I look like going to another person and saying, look, I need forgiveness for X, Y, and Z because I did X, Y, and Z. And I'm really sorry that happened. And I repent of that sin. And then I'm being told, well, you're being excommunicated. We're going to get in touch with your family and tell them, don't talk to Arabia. Don't commune with Arabia. Don't communicate with Arabia. There are some people on this app. There's some people on this app that has a cult culture mindset. So I know that some of the rabbits don't like me. Okay. I know that some, not all, some of the rabbits don't like me because I associate with Lonnie One Love, the Empress, and I associate with Just Jay, and I associate with other YouTube creators they may not care for or they disagree with. And they'll say, well, gosh darn, Arabia is friendly with Lonnie. So what we're going to do, we're not going to talk to Arabia anymore. We're not going to support Arabia anymore. We're not going to come into her chat. And if we are there, we're not going to tippity type. We're not going to show that we support her, even though we've been told in some Discord not to like Arabia, not to support Arabia. You know, there's some people on this app that hate me because of who I associate with. There's some people on this app that are concerned about who I let on my platform to hit the link. This channel, I'm going to tell you something about this channel. This channel has been here for a short period of time, but I've had other channels that are still up. They still exist. They haven't gone anywhere. Lonnie has supported all those channels. Lonnie has told people to sub up, even if when we were not on good terms. She didn't hold it against me. Oh, we're not on good terms. She was telling people, y'all go over there and sub up. You know what I mean? She supports my channel. And I don't mean no harm, but I do mean some harm. A lot of you rabbits, you support this channel, but you don't want the whole world to know that you support it because of my associations, who I'm friends with, who I'm friendly with. You can't stand it. I thought the Quamites was a problem, but it seems like some of the rabbits are problems. They got issues. They live in a cult, an online cult. I don't give a fuck what nobody say about sis. Sis don't tell nobody where to go. But if you're over here too much, too often, trust me, he gonna say something to you about it. He gonna say something to you about it. That nigga still owes me a fucking apology. He can suck a bag of dicks for all I give a fuck. Cause that man is a dirty son of a bitch too on this app. Of course he's gonna talk about the Quamites this, the Quamites that. Why don't you talk about when you guys were Quamites? He don't do that. He don't do that. He doesn't want you to think that they were once under the tutelage of Kwame Brown. The troll. The millionaire troll on these YouTube streets in this sector. And I hate to say it, but I'm going to say it. A lot of the women stood up to Kwame Brown quicker and better than some of these men in this sector. Yes, they did. And I seen how some of these women were persecuted for speaking their mind and speaking their fucking opinions. Shout out to Moonlight. Shout out to Brown Skin Lady. Shout out to Soulfly. Because they spoke against Kwame Brown. They became an issue for Kwame Brown. They became a concern for Kwame Brown. And the only way to destroy their image or their reputation on this platform is to run a propaganda program. To say certain things about those ladies repeatedly. If you say something long enough, the weak-minded, zombie-like people will actually start to believe the lies, the illusion that he gives about those women. He lies on Moonlight. He lies on Soulfly. He lies on Brown Skin Lady. He lies on Miss 504. He lied on Sister T. If you wasn't for Kwame Brown, you was against him. And he's still that way to this day. And unfortunately, we got some empty-headed dweebs that follow him. Shout out to the chat. I remember when Lonnie gave everyone a home over here. Everyone that had left bus life, we the people, or had got kicked out of the bus life, we the people. She allowed those people in. She gave them a voice. You could go to her channel and say, you know what? I got an issue with X, Y, and Z. And I need to hit that link, gosh darn, so I can curse this person out. Or we can have a conversation. Lonnie would let him up. Shout out to the chat. And I hate to say it, but I have to say it. And it's going to make some people angry. She helped create some of how certain people run their channels. Because Sis copied Lonnie's formula. I copied Lonnie's formula. There's a whole lot of us in this sector that copied the Empress Lonnie One Love formula. But of course, those that I just mentioned are too proud to say we got our style, we got our swag from a woman. Because that's exactly what the fuck happened. You got your swag from a woman and you don't want to give that woman props. Shout out to the chat. And that's a reality. Good morning, Uncle L. How are you? Good morning. Good morning. Good to see you. I hope everything's well. The Eagles lost the game, Uncle L. They lost it by 3 points. The Dallas Cowboys won the game, but the Eagles lost by 3 points. I shouldn't be teasing Uncle Al. But it's true. Thank God the Cowboys won. Yeah. But yeah, that's the only thing I got to say about that. There's certain groups on this app that behave like an online cult. There's no other way of saying it. The Quamites are one. But they're not the only group that operates in that vein. And that's my opinion. Some people just don't have a mind of their own. Not all, but some. And when I talk about the rabbits, I don't mean all. I'm saying some. Some people don't have a mind of their own. They disagree with what I say about their king rabbit. So what do? They stay away or they hide in the bushes. They're not brave enough to tippity type and say, hey, Arabia, I don't agree with you. Courtney Peach, she disagreed with me on Friday. She let it be known. Arabia, I don't agree with you. Tommy Sotomayor, when he came on the YouTube streets, we just laughed at him. We didn't take him seriously, so we would have no desire to take down his channel, no desire to clap him. We thought he was funny. Some people didn't see Tommy as being a serious problem, but some people felt threatened. When Tommy Sotomayor came back to these YouTube streets, Kwame Brown and certain other male YouTube creators became intimidated. They became afraid. They were haunted with the fact that Tommy was back. They couldn't stand it. I just heard Tommy not too long ago say that people, yes, he came back to YouTube this time, wasn't bothering anyone. He was letting people hit the link and everything. He thought everything was fine. He said it out of his mouth that people over here clapped him. That's what he said. And you know what? I fucking believe him. I fucking believe him. Because Tommy Sotomayor has a lot of enemies. And I myself know that I have a lot of enemies in this sector. And some of the enemies are people that have an issue. They have a problem with me associating with certain YouTube creators. They can't say that they don't. I remember last year when I had my bigger channel, and sometimes I would go live. Now, I'm going to give you a perfect example. Sister T used to come over here and visit with me in my chat. Sister T sometimes used to hit my link and come on the panel and talk with me. when I had one of my other channels that was up, that was operational. Don't you know a lot of niggas in the sector hated that shit? Right after that, that's when I started getting palm bombed. Yeah. I didn't know that with me being friendly with Sister T, that there was some people starting to dislike me because of that. I didn't know that. I don't give a fuck, but I didn't know that. I go where I want to go. If I want to sit over there with Sister T for 20 minutes, maybe an hour, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to sit over there with Sister T for at least 20 minutes, maybe an hour. If I want to sit over here with Lonnie, I'm going to sit with Lonnie. If I want to sit with Just Jay, I'm going to sit with Just Jay. If I want to sit with Vince the Sniper, I'm going to sit with Vince the Sniper. If I want to sit with Moonlight, guess what? I'm going to sit with fucking Moonlight. I'm going to sit with Moonlight. That's what I'm going to do. And people hate that. People enjoyed when I was fighting with Lonnie. Oh, yeah, they enjoyed that. I'm live right now. If I was fighting with Lonnie right now, you know 20 niggas would be sitting in this chat. But because that's not happening, only a very few actually come in and tippity type and say, yo, good morning, Arabia, I'm here. Good morning. Shout out to the chat. I noticed that. It's not what you say, it's what you do. Actions speak louder than fucking words. Actions speak loud no matter who you are. People don't always tell you what they're thinking. They just make sure you don't advance in life. That's what people do. If I want to go over there and sit with SoFly for 5 minutes, maybe an hour, that's my fucking business. If I want to sit with Brown Skin Lady when she go live, however she go live, that's what I'm going to do. But Brown Skin Lady has not been going live like that for quite some time, for a couple of months now. We all know the reason why she's not on the YouTube streets like the way she used to be. But when she appears, when she comes into certain people's chat and you see her, everyone gives her homage. Everyone says, yo, shout out to Brown Skinned Lady. Shout out to Brown Skinned Lady. And like, it might be 100 people in the chat. You'll see everyone start typing her name. Start typing her name. You know why? Because she built up a presence on the YouTube streets. If Moonlight shows up in certain chats and everybody knows who Moonlight is, I don't care how big the chat is. I don't care how many people's in the chat. If people know Moonlight, they're going to say, shout out to Moonlight. And people going to start tippity typing Moonlight's name. Telling Moonlight how much they love her. How much they adore her. How much they appreciate her doing her commentary. Shout out to Moonlight. If Lonnie comes into someone's chat, I notice that she gets the same respect. 504, same thing. If she goes into a certain chat and everybody knows that that's Miss 504, 504 is going to get the shout outs. Everyone is going to tippity type her name. Because they know these women. These women names are known on these YouTube streets. Not because someone supported them, because they were able to express themselves and they was able to live with the fact that some people didn't agree with them and some people did. Shout out to those ladies I just mentioned. Shout out to you. Because if it wasn't for you ladies, this sector would have died a long time ago. This sector would have been silent a long time ago. And we thank you for coming to these YouTube streets. We thank you for opening your mouth and giving people your commentary, telling your opinion, telling your story. Shout out to you. And every woman I just mentioned is an OG in this sector. But they fought for their position. They fought for their respect. They fought for their acknowledgement. Shout out to them. I respect them a whole lot. I do. I do. Even the BT 1000, takes off her hat to some of these women in this sector. Shout out to them. I take off my hat to the ancient YouTube women creators, Tanya TKO, Cynthia G, Jeannie. A lot of you don't know who the YouTuber Jeannie was. She was something serious. She was something fierce. She was a person that fought against Tommy Sotomayor for quite some time. Even though she argued with Tommy, people still had a lot of respect for her. People had a lot of respect for Tanya TKO and Cynthia G and a few other women. That were here 16 years ago, 20 years ago. Shout out to them. When I hear the name Cynthia G, I have nothing but respect. When I hear the name Tanya TKO, I have nothing but respect. I respect them just like I respect the women that are here now and that are rocking it out and that are doing their thing in this sector. And it's not easy. When you hear the name 27 Darren, you hear nothing but respect. Everyone in the chat, shout out to 27 Darren. They're tippity typing her name. Shout out to 27 Darren. When you see Rayleigh Live TV, aka the voice in the wilderness, in a chat somewhere, everyone knows who that is. Shout out to Rayleigh. Shout out to Rayleigh Time TV. They know who she is. She gave herself a name on these YouTube streets. It's different when you hear Keep the Change name, but Keep the Change has a certain amount of respect on these YouTube streets. When she enter into certain chats, everyone is saying, "What's up, Keep the Change?" If they see True Essence, "What's up, True? What's up, Tupac? What's up, 86 K Killer?" When you see Just Jay, "What's up, Just Jay?" She got a certain amount of respect. When they see Kiss My Cheeks, people are looking for Kiss My Cheeks. They ready for Kiss My Cheeks. Shout out to Kiss My Cheeks. When they see Mika, they shouting out to Mika, to her. When they see Tamika McCullough, they shouting out Tamika McCullough. Shout out. Because they know these women. These women been around a long time. Some of them don't have channels. They don't get on the mic and dance on their own channels, but they able to hit other people's links and be like, yo, what's up? It's me. Good morning. How you doing? Just like Kiss My Cheeks. She had hit my link not too long ago. I think she makes the sixth person has hit the link on this channel. Shout out to Kiss My Cheeks. And she came up. She said, hi, Arabia. I just want to bless you. I just want to bless the panel. I just wanted to come up here and say hello. Kiss My Cheeks is a regular in my channel, in my chat. She's regular. Just not Worth It is regular. Not Worth It come in, everybody know who Not Worth It is. When Dialogue TV come in, everyone knows who that is. When Nikki Lee comes in, they know who that is. When Mrs. V comes in, they know who that is. Shout out to all of them. When they see Lovelace, I don't know where you at this morning, girl. But when you tippity type and show up in certain chats, everybody knows you. Everybody loves you. Everyone calls your name. Shout out to Lovelace. Shout out to Foxy Brown. Everyone knows who that is. Shout out to her. Everyone knows who Mrs. Baker is. Shout out to her. Everybody knows who Rachel Banks is. Shout out to her. Everyone knows who Nurse Patty is. Shout out to her. Everyone knows who Nurse Ratchet is. Shout out to her. Everyone knows who G Mama Body is. Shout out to her. G Mama Body is a regular over here. It's certain people that are regular over here. When people see the name Simset, shout out to Simset. Yam Sam Man. When they see him, shout out to him. It's just certain ones that when they come in, people know who they are. Just like they know who Kobe Knows is. Everyone know who Kobe is. Shout out to Kobe. Everybody know who Carlos Franklin is. Shout out to him. Everyone knows who Carlos V is. Shout out to him. Everyone knows who JT Chulo is. Shout out to him. When you see certain names come into the chat, you know who they are. Everyone knows who Flying Low is. Shout out to him. Everyone knows who DJ Cleveland is. Shout out to him. It's just certain names that come into the chat. When you see them, you know who they are because they have made their names known on the YouTube streets. Uncle L, perfect example. Perfect example. Uncle L, OG in the sector. Ronald Jones said he's an OG in the sector, but I look at Ronald Jones like he's a fucking clown. Yes, he been around for a while. Yes, he been around for a minute. He think he made a name for himself from jumping on these different panels, going into certain chats, but you really haven't made a name for yourself, Ronald Jones. You're a fucking clown. You're fucking pathetic. And that's my opinion about you. I don't give a fuck what nobody say about you. Ronald Jones is a fucking clown. He's a fucking dick sucker. Just like Rich is a dick sucker in this sector. It's just certain men names, when you hear their name, You be like, I really don't fuck with that person. I really don't like that person. I really don't rock out with them niggas. Just like I knew there was a band of thieves on this platform talking shit about Arabia Barbosa. Where did that shit come from? And I'm not talking about the Kwamites, because the Kwamites ain't doing that shit. They don't have discords and discuss me. They don't talk about how to destroy Arabia Barbosa, how to get rid of the BT-1000. They don't have meetings about me. The Kwamites might not like me, but I don't know of them having secret Discord meetings about me. I don't know anything about that, but I do know about the Rabbit Discord, and I do know that they do have discussions about me. You people actually think certain people are not coming back and telling me? And I can tell because certain people will actually show up in my chat, like Keep the Change. Keep the Change is not a regular over here. She only shows up when people really have deep conversations about me. She don't tell me anything, but I noticed that she only really comes over here when people are discussing me. She can't say that that's not true, because that's fucking true. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to Keep the Change for being my kite in the sky, and she don't even know it. See, I watch everything because, in my opinion, these YouTube streets is just like being in the fucking penitentiary. We're all on the yard. This is control yard movement, okay? This is inmate 221644, the BT-1000. Lucy the Vampire. The Jeeper the Creeper on this shit. The German Shepherd in the goddamn room. And I go where I want to go. And I support who I want to support. And I rock out with who I want to rock out with. And people got a fucking problem with that. When you start supporting me, when you start paying the bills over here, when you start paying the rent over here, when you start sending me carloads of groceries, then we can talk. Until then, don't worry about what the fuck I do over here. I knew motherfuckers were talking about me. They can continue talking. Continue running your dick suckers. Because that's all you do is suck dicks. All fucking day. I've never seen it so much in my life where grown men actually sit in one place for 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours, 7 hours, 10, 12 hours, 11 hours, almost 24 hours talking about people in this fucking sector. It's a fucking shame. It's a fucking disgusting. You should be embarrassed. You shouldn't want to show your face nowhere. You shouldn't want to show your face nowhere. You shouldn't want to show yourself nowhere. And I think that's fucked up. That Sid struck Big Nancy channel. What the fuck you strike her for? Struck her because she got a fucking opinion? She making you look bad, son? That's the one thing I could see. And they mostly do it to the women. They don't really fuck with men like that. A man could be talking about him and doing the same thing. He will not address them people. And then when he sits in that chair talking about, I'm fucking them up. I'm fucking them up. I'm fucking them up. How you fucking anyone up? You not even making that much money on the YouTubes. Monetized, but not really making the money he's supposed to be making. I haven't seen a nigga yet come on the YouTube streets and make the money Tommy Sotomayor makes. I haven't been able to see it yet. When Hassan Campbell first came to the YouTube streets, I haven't seen none of you niggas that are monetized making the money that he was making. I don't see none of y'all doing it. And y'all monetized. Something ain't looking right. The math ain't mathing. That's my fucking opinion. I don't give a fuck. Nobody don't like what I just fucking said. Do something about it. Do something about it, son. You can't do shit but run your dick suckers and lick on the nuts of Garrett, Biz 101, and Kwame Brown. You looking in nuts right now, son. You looking like a clown out here, son. You looking kind of unfamiliar out here, son. Shout out to the chat. That's my fucking opinion. A lot of people in the sector don't like me. Not because I did something to them, like I broke into their house and I stole shit out of their house. They got me on camera, they got me on video stealing something out of your fucking nigga's house. I haven't robbed your house yet. I haven't burned down your house. I haven't beaten none of you niggas up. I haven't taken no money out of your fucking bank account. I didn't run none of you niggas' pockets yet. But you want to be in your discords and you want to talk shit about me. You want to be on your panels and talking about me. You want to tell motherfuckers to vote and to see who be in my fucking DMs. And you're so concerned about what the fuck I do. You're so fucking concerned about what the fuck I say. What? Rebuke it. You can't fucking rebuke it because you know I'm telling the fucking truth. That was some coward ass shit. That was some cornball shit to strike Big Nancy. Farmer Nancy. You struck her not because she did anything. You struck her because she has a fucking opinion. That's why you did it. And that was a bitch-made move. That was a cornball move. That was a weak man's move. But he said he don't flag people. Get the fuck out of here, fucking liar. Fucking mentiroso. Mentiroso, payaso. Mentiroso, payaso. Mentiroso, payaso. That's what you are. A liar and a clown. Mentiroso, payaso. No carajo conmigo. No carajo conmigo. Don't fuck with me. Kufa tu. Let me say it in Swahili. I said it in Spanish, and I'm saying it in Swahili. Kufa tu, Mukundu. Kufa tu, Mukundu. Just drop dead. Anus, asshole, clown. For real, man. Ben knew what you were doing over there. Ben knew. Ben knew my name was coming up in your bullshit. Ben knew. Ben knew what the fuck was going on in your fucking discords. Ben knew. Shout out to the chat. And that's a fucking reality. I don't give a fuck what nobody else say. That's my fucking opinion about that fucking dude over there. We got 2 in the building. Don't matter who it is. Thank you for your like. Thank you for your view. Thank you for hitting that like button. Just because certain niggas are live, that doesn't stop me from going live. As long as I can go live, guess what? I'm going to fucking go live. I'm going to hit that button and I'm going to go live. Or I'm going to go on my StreamYards and go live. Or I'm going to go on my channel or my other channel and upload some short videos. You know why I do that? Because I fucking can. And motherfuckers got a fucking problem with it. Suck a bag of dicks, get 2 scoops of fuck you up your ass. I don't give a fuck what none of you faggots on this app think about me. Yeah, that's right. I said faggots, beta males, yags, haters. That's right. I said it. Not no other female on this platform said it. I fucking said it. Because that's how I know how these weak ass, zombie like, effeminate niggas get down in this sector. I don't think I even had no real problems at the Quamites. And when I mean the rabbits, I mean some of you niggas. Some of you weak ass niggas. Some. Not all. You can rock out with people. One thing I learned about people, when you rock out with them and when they start slick dissing you or finding fault in you, they finding fault in you with something that has nothing to do with them. They finding fault in you that has nothing to do with them. Something that you're doing has nothing to do with them. It doesn't fill them up with food in their belly. It doesn't make them go to the fucking bathroom, but they're very concerned about the things you do on your channel. They don't support your channel. And then they get mad when you say, well, I don't think people should support them. Because you're not talking about nothing. It's all gossip. Should have been working for the tabloids. Should have been working for the. I remember it was this one dude when I was living in New York. I was a little girl at this time. There was this one white dude that I knew of. And what he used to do, he was an investigative journalist. And what he used to do, he used to go to certain places and run the cameras. He would just tell his cameraman, run the cameras. We're doing this story right now. And he used to do a lot of controversial stories. He was on the streets of New York doing these stories. I forget the man's name, but the man is a fucking legend. The man is a fucking legend. And a lot of people don't remember him. Because I remember when he would be out there investigating and doing his stories and got the camera rolling and he had the microphone in his hand. And he said, I'm coming to you live. I'm coming to you live from such and such a street. Such and such just happened. Ladies and gentlemen, what the hell is going on in this world? What the hell is Mayor Koch doing for New York City? He used to talk about the corruption of Mayor Koch. A lot of y'all don't know who the fuck that is. Mayor Koch was the mayor of New York City when I was a little girl. He remained in the chair for many, many years. That man was a corrupt Jew. He was Jewish and he was corrupt as fuck. When he was over New York looked like a battlefield. It looked like a third world country. You go down to certain places in the South Bronx, you would remember those empty buildings. You would remember the degradation of those communities, of those streets in the South Bronx. You go down to Harlem. Back then, Harlem had rows of houses that were abandoned. Harlem looked like a war zone when I was growing up in New York. Brooklyn looked like a war zone back then. We got motherfuckers that live in fucking New York, won't report on nothing going on in New York. But they want to talk about what a woman or what a man in the Kwame Brown section is doing. They want to talk about other people. Talk about what's going on in New York. Oh, I keep forgetting. He's not really from New York. He lives in New York, but he's not from New York. He's from a different country. Get in any type of trouble, guess what? You get deported back to your country. I get arrested, I stay right here. This is my home. This is where I was born. It's where my father was born, my grandmother, my grandmother's mother, her mother, her mother. Yeah, shout out to the chat. Certain things need to be said. And I think if you're sitting in a fucking chair for more than 2 hours, you should be, and if you're not a female, you should be able to talk about current events and other things that's really pertaining to this fucking world. There's a lot of things your followers don't know unless they turn on the fucking news or open up a fucking newspaper. But you're here on this app every fucking day, running your dick suckers. Striking people's channel for having a fucking opinion. That's fucking disgraceful. It's shameful. It's disgusting. But that's the way it's running, right? Shout out to the chat. So that's the only thing I gotta say. We got a lot of cult-minded people in the sector. You know, they don't have a mind of their own. They're zombies. They're zombified. They're just like those people that was in the Michael Jackson Thriller video. Remember Michael Jackson? Remember when he did the Thriller video and he was walking down the street with his girlfriend and then he transformed, he shapeshift into a living, breathing zombie. He looked like the rest of the zombies. He started dancing. The zombies followed through. Every dance move, every movement he did, they did. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to Michael Jackson. Rest in peace, brother. You know, when I was growing up, we used to listen to Michael Jackson singing all the time. And back then, he looked normal. He had the afro. He had the wide nose. He had the brown skin. Nice looking dude. Nice looking dude. But as time went on, Michael Jackson started having, them surgeries on his fucking nose. He didn't like the way his nose looked, so he had the nose removed. He had the nose chopped. I don't know how many times he went under the knife of a surgeon to change his face. And then later on down the road, his skin started losing the melanin in the skin. It started spotting. But that disease they call vitiligo, or whatever the case may be, he wore makeup for years trying to hide the fact that his skin was changing colors or he was losing his melanin. But that didn't stop him from being a black man. But I think he did have low self-esteem. And a lot of people is talking about that one dude, what's his name? Fabio Jackson. They talking about him now. This Michael Jackson impersonator, someone that don't even know who the fuck he is, getting mad at the fact that Michael Jackson's nephew got the part in the movie. They're coming out with this new Michael Jackson movie. It's a buyout. I hope the movie is successful. I hope everyone has victory with this movie. But they're never going to tell the story about Michael Jackson like the way they need to tell the story. They're never going to tell it. And the only reason why his estate is having this story come out, this movie come out, is because these people are broke. These people don't have the money they had when Michael was living. Michael was just like Whitney Houston. They sang the songs, they performed, and they were making all the money. They were the goose that laid the golden eggs. And when they disappeared, people started losing money. Why you think they play Michael Jackson music all the time? Every time they play his tracks, his music, his videos, whatever, they're making money. Every time they play Whitney Houston, they're making money. Every time they play Amy Winehouse, they're making money. Every time they play Janis Joplin, they're making money. Every time they play Billie Holiday, they're making money. Every time they show a thing about Dorothy Dandridge, they making money. Anytime they talk about Judy Garland and run her movies and play her music, they making money. But when these people were here on earth, seemed like the people around them made them so fucking miserable. You didn't keep your golden geese happy. When they found Whitney Houston, they found her in the hotel room in a bathtub somewhere. This woman was going under years of psychological warfare. She was a victim of psychological warfare. She was a victim of somebody's propaganda, their tonteria that they told about Whitney Houston, Michael Jackson. They went after these people until they absolutely destroyed them. Look at Amy Winehouse. Perfect example. I know those people over there, they don't make no money until they start playing Amy Winehouse. And they don't play Amy Winehouse like that. They don't play her music like that. A lot of times you got to type it in. You got to do it in the search engine to even find any of her music now. Well, with anyone. But they don't play her like the way they would play Whitney Houston. They don't. But they all in the same place. They all in the grave. Shout out to the chat. We got 5 people in the building, 4 likes. Shout out to you. Good morning. Good morning to you. Yeah, but now they got this new movie coming out. It's about Michael Jackson, about his life. I hope they show the truth and nothing but the truth. I hope they don't sensationalize this man's legacy. This man was an icon. This man is a legend. This man deserves more respect than what they fucking give him. Look what they do to Martin Luther King and Malcolm X. They only play their speeches once a year now, mostly in February. When Martin Luther King birthday come up, people don't celebrate Martin Luther King like that. People don't mention the Dinkins of Defense. People don't mention the Black Panther Party. They glad some people that are running this establishment, this music industry, some people were absolutely ecstatic when Tupac Shakur died. Some people was happy he died. Because why? Tupac Shakur was telling the truth about society. He been telling how he felt in his opinion ever since he did his first interview. He was 17 years old when he did his first interview. Tupac Shakur is a native New Yorker. born and raised in New York. But like a lot of kids that are born to poverty-stricken parents, there was never no stabilization in his life. He kept moving around. He went to Baltimore, Maryland. Then he left from Baltimore, Maryland. Then he went out there to California. And even as an adult, he moved around. He didn't stay in one place too long. And the only thing that makes me sad about Tupac Shakur, more than his passing, is the fact that he has a biological father out there that is only interested in Tupac Shakur money. He's not interested in Tupac Shakur. Because if he was interested in Tupac Shakur, he would have stayed in Tupac Shakur life, regardless of whoever this dude would have got married to, regardless if he had another family or not. You should have stayed in your son's life, sir. You shouldn't have ran away from your own son, sir. You only came around because the man had money. As long as he was broke, he was poor, he was unknown, you wasn't around. And that's what a lot of deadbeat fathers do. And we got a lot of deadbeats in this fucking sector. We got a lot of deadbeat fathers in this fucking sector. They want to brag and tell the whole world that they're fathers, but you don't really hear them talk about their children. They rather talk about another man, another stranger on this app. They rather worry about a woman that might drive to a bar every now and then and have a drink. They worry about all the wrong things instead of worrying about what they need to be worried about. Serious, we got a lot of deadbeat fathers in the sector. Kwame Brown is one of them. But he's not the only deadbeat. There's quite a few others. On this app. Shout out to the chat. We got 4 people in the building, 4 likes. Doesn't matter. Shout out to you. Good morning. I must be saying some real shit that people not even typically typing in the chat. Uncle L showed up. Uncle L always show up. Uncle L is a regular over here. Uncle L is an OG over here. Uncle L can become a YouTube creator if he wants to. And when he talks, everyone listens. Because Uncle L is an elder. He's an elder. People want to listen to wisdom. They don't want to listen to the BT 1000, do a lot of gossip. But a lot of times I come on here, I talk my opinion, and I talk with common sense. And I can't do that if I'm fucking fucked up. I can't do that. I got a life to live out here in the real world. This shit ain't easy. And I don't make nothing look easy neither. That's not my job. My job is to do what I need to do for me. Shout out to me. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to me being the BT 1000. The Jeeper Creeper on this shit. And the reason why I call myself the Jeeper Creeper on this shit, because I know I'm not European beautiful. I'm not a European woman. I don't have European beauty. But I'm beautiful to me in my eyes. A lot of people make fun of me about my physical features, my looks, whatever. Call me Minty Fresh, call me Doc Rivers, all these fucking names. Like they trying to destroy me. You can't destroy me. You can't fucking destroy me. You've been trying for quite some time. When I was floating over there with the rabbits, yeah, there was a lot of slick dissing. They used to call me names and used to think that shit was fucking funny. You think it's funny trying to hurt someone's feelings? You think it's funny trying to put somebody on blast? You think that's funny when you talk about me in a disparaging way? That's why I'm talking about him in a fucking disparaging way. Fuck sis. And fuck them motherfuckers that stay up his ass 24/7. I'm talking about the men and women. Fuck him. And that's real. That's word is bond, nigga. He's someone that can't agree to disagree. He got to have secret meanings about people in this fucking Discord. And he can try to deny he be doing that shit, but he be doing that shit. And some other shit that you be doing. You think I don't fucking know. I know what the fuck you doing. I'm not stupid. I wasn't born yesterday. I was born in 1973, not yesterday. Shout out to the chat. Yeah. That's my fucking opinion. And you know what? I had a deep feeling that I was a part of certain discussions. Because nowhere in the world you going to get up there and have a poll about who's in my fucking DMs. Don't worry about who's in my fucking DMs. Had everybody over there fucking laughing. Why don't Courtney Peach say something about that? Or she wasn't there. She wasn't present for that. I know who's in that fucking chat that day. And I ain't never going to forget it. As long as I fucking live. Motherfuckers saying they rock with you, they alright with you, but they not really alright with you, and they don't really fucking rock with you. Fucking rock with the Cash App. $ Arabia 914. Hit the Cash App. Don't talk shit about me. Talk shit about me when you start paying some of these bills over here. How about that? Talk shit when you want to pay the rent. They just went up $300 with the regular price they were charging. Pay that. Pay that electric bill I just had. $634. Huh? Pay something towards it. Cash App. $ Arabia 914. That's my Cash App. Hit it. People don't want to do that. But they want to talk about me, what the fuck I'm doing. When you talk about me and the fuck I'm doing, start supporting the channel. I don't care if you do it secretly. Shout out to the chat. And that's real. Ever since I stopped drinking, I've been talking a whole lot of common sense. Whole lot of truth. Whole lot of facts. Stuff I've been wanting to say. But the alcohol wouldn't let it come out right. So one day the alcohol said, we gonna fix you, Arabia. That's what we gonna fix you. We gonna fuck you up, girl. So one day I was in here drinking. I was having a good old time. This was almost 4 months ago. I was having a good old time. All of a sudden, I felt nauseous. So wait a minute now, hold on. I said, oh, hell no. I ran into that bathroom and I threw up. I said, oh shit, something going on. Cause my body don't act like that unless it was too much. Next thing I know, my chest started hurting. Next thing I know, the breathing got funny. I said, oh. I hurry up and went in that bathroom. Took me a shower, changed in my clothes while I could still breathe right. Went to the hospital. They were like, oh, well, the alcohol was X, Y, and Z. My liver is already fatty. And nothing I can do about my liver having fat built up around it. You know what I mean? So then the doctor was like, you're going to have to stop drinking. So I stopped drinking. And in my time period of not having anything, being abstinent, I noticed that I've been seeing a whole lot more. My perception about life is clearer. Didn't say it was better, just clear. I could see very clear. And my understanding, my comprehension skills are better. Shout out to the chat. Because I'm one of those motherfuckers that can comprehend. And a lot of people don't like that. A lot of people don't like me. They never liked me. They just waited. They just waited. You didn't know I was going to stop drinking, did you? Did you? You didn't count on that. You counted on some other shit, but you didn't count on that. Shout out to the chat. I'm telling you guys, some people don't tell you what they're thinking. They just try to make sure that you don't advance in life. That's what they do. Shout out to the chat. And that's reality. I've been up here longer than an hour. I'm out. I'm out of here. Shout out to all the women on these YouTube streets that are YouTube creators. Shout out to all the women that are moderators. Shout out to all the women that are subscribers. Shout out to some of the men, not all. Shout out to all of you that are subscribed to me, men and women. People try to make it in life. And sometimes I come up here, my stories about my life might entertain you or it might make you mad. We can always talk about it because sometimes I do drop my link, especially if I do the StreamYards. They got a new setup for StreamYards, but I haven't been using it because when you use one thing, it seems like something else dies. So I'm not getting involved with that. I'm going to use the same plan I've been having for quite some time. I'm doing just fine with that. Shout out to the chat. We got 4 people in the building, 5 likes. Shout out to the chat. Good morning, everyone. Or should I say it in Swahili, which if I say it in Swahili, it's going to be habari za hasaburi. Karibu ni umbani ke wangu. So good morning. Welcome to my house. Welcome to my life. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to my chat. Welcome to my point of view. Random thoughts from the BT1000. Arabia Barbosa. Shout out to all my new subscribers. Strap up. Get ready. It's going to be a bumpy ride. Ain't nothing easy over here. I got motherfuckers gunning for me. Not because of anything I did to them personally. It's because who I want to fuck with. And who I want to be alright with. And niggas got an issue with that. You know why niggas got an issue with that? Because they fucking insecure. They fucking insecure. And they haters. Bunch of beta males. Yeah. So we got a lot of beta males in this sector. And I'm not talking about just the Kwamites. Nah. It's some few others from other groups. Some of you, not all. Courtney Peach, did you hear me? I said some, not all. Courtney Peach, to be typing the conversation. Well, at least she tell me how she feel. She didn't hide how she felt. She didn't hide, not at all. She was not shy about her words. And I thank her. Shout out to Courtney Peach. From now on, when I go live, I'm going to shout out to Courtney Peach. Because she was brave enough to open up her mouth and expressed herself. And I didn't get mad. I was smiling. Okay. I'm out. Y'all have a good one. Peace.